At the end of every 64 and More interview, there are 10 questions that I ask of each of my subjects. My queries range from the most important person and the most important thing in their lives to their greatest fear and their lifetime dream. While each person's answers are unique, in many ways they are also the same, and also often lead us to other conversation that more fully reveals them. In JoAnn Falletta's case, not surprisingly, her answers relate to her passion, music. We begin with the most important thing in her life.
My scores, I imagine, because they are, for me, a history of my life in music. I mean, my scores have an enormous number of annotations that I've made every time I've worked on them. And those annotations have helped me develop as a person, but it's also a history of who I was conducting at 18 and who I am now and what I learned. So to me, it's kind of like a diary of learning. And I have a whole library of file cabinets and cabinets of scores, and they are very, very precious to me because they're my world, and I work in that world. I open a page and I enter the world of Mahler 3 or the world of Beethoven 5. That's my entrance into that world, that score.
What makes you happiest, no matter when it happens or how it happens, but whenever it happens, it just brings you joy?
When people succeed, and I think that specifically for the orchestra, when the orchestra plays a wonderful concert and they understand that they did so well and they're so proud of themselves, and I'm proud of them, that makes me happiest.
What is your biggest life fear and how do you overcome it?
I guess my life fear sounds strange, but I'm always afraid of missing opportunities to do something good by not being aware of it or not being as sensitive to people as I could be. So I'm very conscious of that and very regretful when I realize in retrospect that there was an opportunity for me to make something better or help someone that I didn't realize at the time.
That's kind of a life ethic, I would call that, and it's something that usually someone teaches you. Do you know who taught you how important it is to do good things?
Well, I guess my parents, I mean, they were both, I perceive them, although I don't have either of them now, I've always perceived them as people who constantly did good, not only to their family, but to people sometimes they didn't even know, to strangers, to people that needed them, and they did it very quietly and without even thinking about it in most cases.
Is it important for you to spend time with other people or by yourself? Which is more important?
I think it's important for me to spend time with people. I spend a lot of time by myself, and I need that time to study, and I treasure that time. But I find when I go too long without having interaction with people, I become very unhappy. And I need that stimulation of people, either through work, either through making music, or just in a setting of friendship.
What is your lifetime dream?
Nothing specific or goal-oriented, but to keep conducting and to be the best conductor I can, the best person I can, the best musician I can, because that defines who I am to me.
You talked about Carnegie Hall being an ultimate. Are there others on the bucket list?
I mean, there are little things of again, always with musicians, what next CD we can do that would be wonderful for them to do. Can we go back to Carnegie? Can we go to Europe? Those kinds of things that will make our orchestra artistically special for them. That's important.
To some extent, it sounds a little bit like the orchestra is your family, your children, in a way where you're always worried about them and what's the best thing for them and how to keep them playing nicely together in the sandbox, if you will. Do you feel like that? Do you ever feel like a mom and being responsible for all the things that are going on? Because a multitasking job.
Responsible, yes, very responsible. And my job is, since I'm in conducting the orchestra, I'm not playing anything, I'm not adding any sound. My job is to create an environment, and that environment has to help them succeed, has to help them be 100% the musicians they are, has to help them be relaxed, be focused, be energized. That's my job, so I feel that great responsibility to them every moment, and they rely on me for that. So yes, I mean, I feel protective of them. I feel responsible to them. I feel worried for them. You know, if I know that they're not well or whatever, I mean, I feel very responsible for them.
Who takes care of you then?
Well, they do in their own way. I mean, they in letting me have this relationship with them, where I make music with them, and they respond to my leadership in a way. They are giving me a great gift. I mean, they're helping me realize my dream of being a conductor and shaping pieces in a way that is deeply satisfying to me and to them too, I hope.
Last question. If there's something about JoAnn Falletta that people would be interested to know, but they don't know, what would that one thing be?
I really don't know. I mean, people see a part of me. They probably think I'm a lot more extroverted than I am because the job is an extroverted job. Actually, I feel extremely introverted. I always have felt extremely introverted since I was a child. I was very shy, and through music, I've been able to communicate with people. So maybe that's something they don't know about me, but